Welcome to the Sabres Show. Kevin Sylvester here on location at the New Era flagship store in downtown Buffalo at their corporate headquarters on Delaware Avenue. You see this wall of Sabre hats here, some of them made right here in Western New York down at the plant in Derby, and that's where Maria Gennaro is this week.
Hey, Kev. Yeah, we're about 30 minutes south of you at the New Era factory here in Derby, and we're going to have more on that coming up in just a bit. Also, coming up in the show, a sit-down with Toni Lydman, and I think you're going to see him in a light like you've never seen him before.
How does the Sabres hat that's on your head go from fabric to function? Maria takes us on a tour of New Era Cap's plant in Derby. Plus, he's known for the jump, and his son was able to honor the tradition. We'll show you how. And
let me tell you, if you show up and you play with grit and you play with passion, a lot of teams will just simply back off.
Mike Robitaille talks hockey in the video room. That and more on the Sabres Show.
This season during the Sabres Show, we've tried to take you off the ice with the players to try to show you who they are and what they like to do when they're not playing hockey. Well, this next player, I guess you can say his interest is headbanging.
Last year, a couple of buddies started a band. I asked if there's any spots left. I'm quiet.
That's Sabres defenseman Toni Lydman wailing on the guitar during a concert in Finland. Not what you would expect from this soft-spoken, shy guy.
I guess it's balancing out all the calm and quietness.
Lydman is a walking contradiction. One of his passions, head-splitting, blood-curdling heavy metal music.
I don't listen to that at home. My kids don't like it. Amanda loved it when she was little for some reason. If I had my CD on in the car and I'd pick her up and she'd be like, turn it up. Now she's like all Hannah Montana, Jonas Brothers. So I don't know, maybe I should start brainwashing her into the more heavy stuff.
Toni and his wife Hedda have two young daughters, 7-year-old Amanda and 3-year-old Ellen.
Amanda, who's 7, she's calm and kind of quiet, although seems to be pretty smart. I was going to say like her dad, but she seems to be doing all right in school. And you know, she's my wife says she reminds her of me a lot, but the little one is more of a hothead. There's a whole lot of temper there, and never really a quiet moment with her, so they're kind of night and day.
Hockey and heavy metal may be his passion, but it's his little girls that are his loves.
Well, yeah, that's the biggest thing that has ever happened to me, and becoming a father, and you know, then getting another one, just unbelievable feeling. To have those two around the house, it's easy to forget about all the, you know, if hockey's not going good, you go home, that's it. It's not in your mind anymore. You just watch those kids around. It's such a gift to have.
Many gifts have been bestowed upon Toni. At the age of 9, he discovered the game of hockey.
I went home and, you know, asked my parents if they would buy me equipment. And I had to argue for a while because, you know, it's not cheap buying all the hockey gear. And I guess the biggest concern for my parents were that was what if I lose interest quick, and you know, we bought all that stuff for nothing. But I think it was the right choice.
That it was. After playing in the World Juniors at 17, Toni was drafted to Calgary to start his professional career.
The whole first year was kind of weird. I was kind of amazed at playing in the league. That was kind of overwhelming a little bit, and then it was pretty quiet, like I still am, but I think at the beginning I was quiet because I couldn't put all my thoughts into words.
The move from Finland to Calgary was difficult for Toni, but even more so for his wife Hedda.
Yeah, it's getting easier now. She has more friends now. You can imagine when we moved to Canada, if I was poor in English, I still understood almost everything when we moved there, and she didn't have even that. She was poor in English, and I tell her sometimes now that, you know, I miss those times when you were quiet around, you know, people here because you couldn't speak English.
We're going to show her this.
I know. No, she knows this. She knows herself.
As for his future, playing for as long as he can, both hockey and music.
Yeah, I know I'm lucky. It's just been definitely working harder for hockey than for the band or for guitar playing, but it's also a good way of relaxing and getting your mind off hockey, you know. When the kids go to bed, I sometimes go to the basement and pick up the guitar or go sit behind the drum set and just kind of let loose.
Speaking of loud, we're going to show you how your Buffalo Sabres caps are made here at New Era in just a moment, and we're going to be checking back up with Kevin, who's at corporate headquarters at their brand new building on Delaware Avenue.